What is going on, my beautiful people? Welcome back to another video. Thanks for stopping by and tuning in to another one. You are freaking amazing. So guys, the Brawl Talk is finally live. We know everything that's coming within this next Brawl Stars update, and oh my gosh, there's so much fresh and exciting brand new content for this Christmas Brawl Days update. It's actually pretty insane. So we have 2 new brawlers, 5 new skins, a new environment, a new game mode, and so much more. I'm extremely excited to go over it all with you guys in today's video. Why don't we get straight away into it? Here we go. So of course we all know this by now, but the Brawl Talks are just the very first step of many whenever we're entering into a brand new update season inside of Brawl Stars. So make sure to stay tuned, hit that subscribe button down below. Once I'm able to get those juicy update sneak peeks out to all of you guys, I will do so for sure. I'm hoping for some new brawler gameplay for those sneak peeks. They look like a lot of fun. Did I mention there's 2 new ones? It's absolutely insane. So what I want to do to start off this video today is go over the brand new brawlers and what I think about them, and take a little bit of a closer look around their stats. So the very first brawler out of the 2 that we're going to be covering is B. Now, if this were a normal Brawl Talk for a normal update, I would say this brawler has some of the most unique mechanics that I've seen in a very long time. But stick around, Max has much more unique mechanics that I feel like are very hype. But for some reason, I feel like I'm going to enjoy the gameplay surrounding B because it's more of a long-range skill shot brawler that is dependent on you landing your shots more often. So if we take a quick breakdown of her stats, she has the same exact health as some of your weaker brawlers in the game, 3,360, so definitely a little bit squishy, but I think her damage output is going to make up for that. Her attack has a brand new mechanic inside of Brawl Stars, which rewards you for landing consecutive shots with it. The more times you land it, the more damage you'll do in the long run. Now, I'm not quite sure how this scales. We don't have a whole lot of information to go off of in today's video on B, because all we see is 1 shot and then the second consecutive shot. But I gotta say, there is quite the big jump if you land just 2 in a row. The very first shot that you land is 1,120 HP, but then the second shot is 3,080. You guys, that is a 1,960 damage increase, which is absolutely insane. 3,080 damage is very close to one-shotting some of the weaker brawlers in the game, those 3,360 HP brawlers that we have in Brawl Stars. Now, the way this scales is not nutty. It doesn't go even further than that. The way it works is it alternates in between the 2. So your very first shot's going to do 1,120. Second one is that big punch, the 3,080, but then it reverts back to its 1,120. So it just keeps alternating in between the 2, which I feel like adds a little bit more depth to the character. It's going to be even more higher of a skill cap. Just for a quick example, maybe you have a weaker brawler in the left lane, you want to support your brawler over there, hit him with the weaker shot, but then there's a primo barreling at your right lane. You use that big pop for the primo, so you can kind of control both lanes, equalizing the damage on both sides. Or if there's someone just barreling at you, you just keep rattling off the damage with auto aim. It's a really cool concept, really cool brawler. I'm digging it so far. So next I want to talk about the super for B, which is also extremely OP. So the way B's super looks like it works is she shoots off 6 different bees in a very straight line, but then once they reach the maximum distance, they fan out, much like a Jean's basic attack. Now this opens up a lot of new doors for B. Just for example, if someone comes in really close, you can get a lot of burst potential, landing all 6 of those shots on that one brawler, or you can affect multiple brawlers at once at that maximum range. Now that's not the only OP mechanic that we see from these bees. It applies poison, so the second poison mechanic in the game, second to Crow, as well as it goes through walls, so that's really OP, and it slows them down. So it's safe to say this super is really good. It's like a Shelly, a Crow, and a Jean all in one. It's really good. Moving on to our next brawler, and that is Max. And oh my gosh, if you guys are a fan of mobility, you're going to enjoy this brawler immensely. She has very unique mechanics, ones that we haven't seen inside of Brawl Stars yet, and might I add, they are supportive mechanics, which are really fun. A new supportive characteristic inside of the game. So pointing out the obvious, she has 4,900 in HP, which is very necessary for a brawler like Max, because she is going to be in your face at all times. She is that crazy fast aggro brawler that you have on your team. Now, some other things to point out is she has 4 ammo. The only other brawler that has that is Brock with star power, but this, I'm guessing, is base max, unless she has star power activated, and then that's the 4 ammo. But I'm hoping she just has 4 ammo inherently without star power. I think a brawler like Max would need that, because she is just going to be spamming out shots like crazy, being annoying, and just all around the map. Now, heading into her super, which is the thing that I'm most excited for, is she boosts up her own speed as well as the brawlers around her. Now, another thing to keep in mind is that I think it matches her speed. It's not like a % speed increase or anything like that. If you guys look in the Brawl Talk gameplay, an 8-bit starts moving at the same speed as Max, which is pretty freaking crazy. 8-bit is extremely slow. If you could manage to get that brawler around the map super quick and getting him into some really important points on the map, he has insane DPS, that'd be really, really useful for your team. So a supportive speed characteristic coming from Max, that's really, really cool. I'm digging it. One final thing about Max before we move on is she deals 346 damage per little laser that she shoots off. So if you land all 5 of them, you're looking at 1,730 damage burst potential, and that's quite a lot if you keep in mind that she has 4 ammo. So I'm liking this brawler already. I feel like she is going to be a lot of fun. I feel like B kind of fits more my playstyle, but Max looks just as fun. It's insane. These brawlers are really, really cool. Which one do you guys enjoy more? Moving on to the next bit of content, and that is the 5 new skins coming in this update. So the very first one is Pirate Poco, which I'm digging already. It's going to be really, really weird. I might add not being able to see Poco with this huge sombrero around. He just looks way, way smaller than he does with that thing on. But I like the bandana. I like the whole getup. It's pirate theme. I've been digging the pirate stuff so far from the stuff that we've seen already. The only thing that I'm like weirded out about is that he has a broom. How the heck are you playing a broom for music? You need your music to deal damage, man. I don't get it, but I like the skin. It's really, really cool. Also, Poco doesn't have any animations coming along with this skin, so I'm assuming it's going to be a little bit less expensive gem-wise compared to the other skins, so that's always a plus if you guys are a fan of Poco. So moving on to the next skin, and that is Corsair Colt, and oh my gosh, guys, I'm in love. You guys know how much I love Colt. Colt is getting another skin. He is decked out in some pretty OP skins, and this one is definitely no exception. And the animation is a little bit different on the attack as well as the super. It looks like he's shooting off a little bit more of like a cannon instead of bullets. It's got a more of like a circular bullet as well as like a smoke trail coming from these shots, and I'm liking this Colt skin a lot. He's got golden pistols from the gameplay top-down view, and the bandana just looks fantastic. Everything about this skin I am loving. I'm going to get this right away. You guys better believe it. And the final skin for Brawlers that we already have existing in the game right now is Captain Carl. So yes, from the video that we saw yesterday, Carl's the captain. He is the captain of the ship, and this thing is sick. He literally like hovers around the ship on his ship. It's so freaking funny. I love this skin so much. Definitely getting this one as well. Now, we have 2 other skins as well for the new Brawlers. So the very first one is for B, and of course it is Ladybug B. I like it. And the final update for the skin is for Max, the other newest brawler coming in this update, and that is GT Max. And it looks like it's just a recoloring of the skin. I don't see any attack animation changes, so I'm assuming this one is going to be very cheap. There's no like actual additions to it. It's just a recoloring, so expect this one to be really, really low in gems, hopefully. Next, moving on to the other most hyped thing in this update, and that is the brand new limited game mode coming to Brawl Stars. It is called Present Plunder. From what Ryan and Danny said, and from what we can see from the gameplay, it is a mesh between Brawl Ball and like Capture the Flag. It looks insanely fun. It's kind of sad that it's limited, but we get to have fun throughout the Brawl days with this brand new game mode, so hopefully it's here for quite some time. But basically what you do is you have presents on both ends. You have your present for your team, and the enemy team also has a present in their spawn, and it's your job to get that present and throw it into your circle where your present resides. Now, it's not like one possession, so it's not like in Brawl Ball where one team's going to have possession of it. For example, you can be like Leon while the enemy team has all 3 of them gathered around defending someone that captured your present. You can be Leon, sneak away, grab it while you're invisible, and chuck it in while they're all focused on that one thing. So it's just going to be absolute mayhem, and a lot of things are rolling through my mind on what could go in this update. For example, or in this game mode, for example, like Max would be insane insane on like 8-bit or like like a primo, carrying a primo with your super, getting them real close, grabbing that sucker, grabbing the president, and then supering out. There's just a lot of like cool combos you can do in this game mode that I'm very, very much so looking forward to testing out once this update is live. Looking like a lot of fun. And the final bit of news at the end of the video here today, if you guys are fans of esports or if you're an aspiring pro player in the community, there is big news in 2020 for the World Finals, and that is a prize pool quadrupled compared to our last one this year, and that is $1 million. Are you kidding me? They are upping the ante quite a lot for this go around, so definitely a chunk of money to take serious if you guys are looking forward to trying to make this one this year. That is absolutely insane. Also, Danny did mention that some of the special offers are going to be going to the prize pool as well, so it's not just going to stop at $1 million. And I'm sure you guys know how much revenue Brawl Stars generates from purchases and stuff like that, so I'm assuming it might be quite a bit more even on top of 1 million. So really exciting stuff coming in Brawl Stars. The update, esports, everything is shaping up in Brawl Stars being just an amazing game, guys. Make sure to let me know in the comments down below what you're most excited for this update. It's a toss-up for me between the new game mode as well as the new brawlers. I'm loving everything. The skins are freaking amazing as well. What the heck? This update is literally perfection. I love it so much. But yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to slap a like on it. Really appreciate that. With that being said, make sure to keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.